Next comes the material installation process. First, we will pipe up the cold inlet of the water heater and include an anti-syphon loop. The anti-syphon loop, together with the vacuum breaker, will ensure the water heater doesn't drain if the water supply is cut off. Make sure the upper part of the pipe is pointed straight upward and adjust the angle by turning it if you need to. But the T-joint must be placed level with the top of the water heater. So, using the adjustable pipe cutter, we cut the pipe to the required length. We also scrape out the burrs that form inside the cut pipe using the deburring side of the pipe cutter. At first, we cut the pipe and put the fittings in without flux, just to ensure that the lengths are correct. Next, we continue by checking the length of our cold water pipe, which runs across and then connects downwards to the cold water supply in the property. Our pipework is now cut and the measurements are correct. That means we can remove the fittings and pipes in order to prepare them all for soldering. Use a scratch pad or fine sandpaper to clean both the inside of the fitting and the outside of the pipe. Then apply flux to both surfaces. Flux is corrosive, so it must be applied with a small brush and not with your hands. Before you begin soldering, you must put on safety glasses and heat-resistant gloves. Apply the gas torch flame until the flux paste becomes liquid. After each solder is complete, give the pipework a minute to cool before wiping it with a wet cloth to remove excess solder and flux. Next, we will install a 600 kPa high-pressure control and relief valve if the main supply line does not already have one. First, fit a T-piece that will supply cold water to the water heater from the property, and then fit into the T-piece the 600 kPa high-pressure control valve. The incoming cold water main will enter this pressure control valve, which will control the inlet pressure and also supply expansion relief when the water heater heats up. The next step is piping up the hot water outlet connection as well as the TP safety discharge piping. It's important that there is 20 centimeters of pipe between the hot water outlet and the safety valve for the vacuum breaker in order not to melt the vacuum breaker. Remember to ensure that the vacuum breaker vertical pipe is 30 centimeters above the tank. Next, we fasten the Connex fitting onto the pipe. It's now time to fit the vacuum breaker valves on the cold and hot pipework. These valves prevent self-siphoning during a water supply interruption. The vacuum breaker must be positioned at least 30 centimeters above the water heater's highest point. Next, we pipe up the TP valve discharge pipe. This requires an approved metallic pipe and must be piped to a safe location at the exterior of the building. It cannot be plastic. The pipe also cannot have any 90-degree bends, only 45-degree bends. Its maximum length must be 4 meters with a 22mm diameter. If the pipe is any longer than 4 meters, then a larger bore pipe is needed. And lastly, we fit lagging to the pipework. According to the regulations, all hot water piping should be lagged with R1 class lagging. For 22mm copper, that's a 25mm wall thickness lagging. Ideally, the lagging should not be cut, but where that's not practical, it should be mitered and then taped up with an approved UV stable tape.